Won't you ride the train with me a little longer?
I mean, if by train you mean you, then yes. Hello, and welcome to Bound by Fate, Cursed Soulmates. This is a Yandere dating sim in which your soulmate Yasha has been avoiding reincarnation and chasing you in every single lifetime. However, the less you remember him, the more unhinged and obsessive he gets. Let's get started. This game has multiple endings. To fully enjoy the game, please try at least 3 playthroughs with different selections. Okay. One last question. What's your name? Yinny. Thank you. Please enjoy. After a major car accident, you thought your life would never return to normal. However, despite some residual aches and pains, it seems like the only real change was losing your means of comfortable transportation. Now you'd become accustomed to taking the train to and from work, smushed like a sardine in the morning and jostled by crowds in the evening. That, and ever since you woke up in the hospital after the accident, you started to see a red string connected to your pinky finger, winding off into the distance, leading to somewhere unknown. You still can't tell whether it's a blessing or an ill omen, but you do feel excitement and anticipation. You've heard the legend of the red string that connects soulmates, and your heart beats faster every time you think about it. Could the love of your life be on the other side? On your time off, you tried following the string to see where it leads, but you can never seem to reach the end. It's as if the universe is telling you it's not the right time yet. Still, you're filled with a small feeling of expectation when you look at the string. Just who is on the other side? What other thing changed since the accident? You look tired today. Who is this? No response. How odd. You start to receive some cryptic messages from an unknown number. You try not to let it get to you, but a shiver runs down your spine regardless. If this is a secret admirer, why don't they reveal themselves? Although their approach is wrong, you wouldn't mind meeting someone new. As various thoughts run through your head, the train finally screeches to a halt. Your fellow little sardines begin spilling out into the platform, pushing you through the open doors just a little too fast. Almost tripping you over your own feet, you feel the string pull taut. Is the other end of the string close? Distracted, you're only just able to find your footing when suddenly a shoulder rams into you. Whoa! Oh, he's so hot! Oh, I love him. I was looking at the promo screenshots and this guy was by far my favorite. Ow! What the hell? A rebellious looking man with dyed hair and piercings just slammed into you and didn't even apologize. Hey! You swallow your words after seeing the way he's dressed. Although he has no visible tattoos, his neo-gangster hype boy style intimidates you. More than anything, that sword on his back. Is that even legal? I thought it was one of those like sword umbrellas that he had on for fashion. Never mind. You say quietly. He gives you a stare and opens his mouth as if to say something but changes his mind. Is that a hint of disappointment that you sense? Oh, now he looks pitiful and sad. Maybe I'll give him a cuddle. Turning around, he shakes his head and continues heading towards the opposite direction. What a douchebag. After a long day of being encouraged by your micromanaging boss, followed by being pushed around in the train station, you sincerely doubt your day could get any worse. My day is gonna get worse. Mark my words. Oh, but of course it could. The red string, which was taut just a moment ago, was somehow now tangled amongst the feet of countless passerbys. You didn't even know that the string could get physically tangled like this. Luckily, a pair of strong arms catch you from behind. Hee.
Whoa there, You seemed a little unsteady on your feet.
Ooh, what a good line delivery. Such a nice voice as well. It's a super handsome guy. Yeah, he is super handsome. I know the dev said that these are mostly sketches and they were going to finish up the CGs for the full version of the game. But honestly, this is really pretty. You can see how cute the character is in the sketch alone, and I think that's very, very special. You've only seen men this good looking on TV. Kiss? Ooh, hi, how you doing? Wow, what size bra do you wear? You know a man is hefty when you can see like the line in between the line through the sweater? Wow. His hair is all white, but rather making him look old, it complements and frames his porcelain-like face. It's unfortunate that his expression is a little harsh. Otherwise, he might have looked even more like a doll. You also can't help but notice his adornments. Is that a Rolex? I would not trust myself wearing such an expensive watch. I'm always worried that I'll like fling my hand and like bang it on something, and then it's like, boom, there goes my watch. Surely, it must be a fake. I would be much more comfortable wearing a fake, I'll be honest. You're not an expert, but he appears to be decked from head to toe in high-quality brand or bespoke products. But a lavender suit matches his hair. Various thoughts flash through your head as his slender pianist-like fingers grip your shoulders gently but firmly. He can grip something else gently but firmly later. Heh. Your eyes are suddenly drawn to your own hands. The red string is twisting and turning itself around your finger, reeling itself in. I'm more than happy to reel him in. Unbelievably, The shortened red string is now pointing you directly to this man. Can I just shout out like the red string on the UI as well? I think it's very pretty. Unbelievably, the shortened red string is now pointing you directly to this man. Is this fate, or... You instinctually freeze for just a moment before finding your words. The man still hasn't let go of you. Hello, you're not a stutterer. But for some reason, this man made you stutter. For some reason, I can give you several reasons. 1, very pretty. 2, absolutely bedonken. 3, probably schlangen. Like here, right there. Feeling embarrassed or tripping over your own words, you begin to blush furiously. Well, that was a little embarrassing. I'm sorry about that. You unconsciously rested your hand on top of his in an unintentionally ambiguous gesture. And later I will show him a much more straightforward gesture. He smiles sweetly and squeezes your hand before releasing you entirely and taking a step back. Don't apologize. It was my pleasure to catch such a lovely being in distress. The line comes off a tad cheesy and perhaps a bit cringe, but you find yourself blushing regardless. Thanks again for your help, but I really need to head home now. It's been a long day. You can't wait to get some actual rest on your bed at home, no longer wearing your restrictive office clothes. I hated wearing office clothes. Work and commuting to work have been like hell recently, and with the red string and your odd encounters today, you don't really feel the need to press things any further. The red string leading to the man is very curious indeed, but you're so worn out. Honestly relatable. If I was so burnt out from a corpo job, and I just saw this dude, I'd be like, you know what, I really gotta go to bed. Maybe we can talk later. If this man is really your soulmate, or something along those lines, you're sure that you'll meet him again anyways, whether you like it or not. Unfortunately, the man can't seem to read your mood.
What?
Dude? Why did your eyes go so wide all of a sudden? My guy, you scared me. Please. You are scaring me. That is my favorite expression for a yandere, but you are scaring me. He stops you. He's shaking. A crazy look overtakes his eyes as he grabs your wrist. Ow! What the hell? I just want to make sure you're okay. No, you don't. Look at this face. Look at this face you just made. Nuh-uh. Okay? Look. He rattles on unhingedly. Where are you going? Why did I go with you? What is this man saying? His grip on your wrist tightens. Alright, let's save. Sorry. I'm really tired from work and I need to be alone right now. I'm sorry. You almost yelp, the words come out more loudly than you intended. I'm really tired from work, and I need to be alone right now. Alone? The man's gaze wanders to a faraway place. Perhaps he's just distracted, but he finally releases you. You let out a quiet sigh of relief. That's too bad. Another time then. We have tons of time. Time? I can wait. I waited this long. This is nothing. He clears his throat. My name is Yasha. You'll be seeing me around. He gives a charming smile and a curt, gentlemanly bow. Good night, Yinny. I'll see you next time. How does he know your name? Yeah, explain. After what feels like an eternity, you finally reach the convenience store by your apartment. I'm so tired, but I should really stop in and pick something up to eat. And the fridge is empty. I knew I should have gone shopping instead of doom scrolling all day on Sunday. God, I miss Japanese convenience stores. I want onigiri and sandwiches. As you browse the aisles mindlessly in search of a snack, you see a different type of snack. Hi, it's that guy. Yeah, he sure is a different type of snack. That punk who bumped into me on the subway. I should give him a piece of my mind. Nah, let's just look at him. Your eyes move again to the sword on his back. It hasn't been much time since you last saw him, but he's still carrying that sword around so brazenly. I'll carry his sword around brazenly, if you know what I mean. Flings it around. Hee. Or at least give him a lecture to be a better person. You fantasize about confronting him, but when you look up, he's gone. Exhausted, you finish up your purchases and head home. Finally back home. Your bed is calling your name. Without changing clothes, you collapse on top of the covers to scroll on your phone for a while to decompress. You crack open the convenience store bento you purchase and start chowing down. Didn't your mother tell you not to eat while laying down? Nom nom nom. Just a nom nom nom, that's cute. And on the bed? Gross. Well, better than eating on the toilet or something. Don't judge me, self. I always judge myself. I am in constant competition with myself. Don't do that, guys. It's very bad. As you're unscrupulously chewing, it was so good seeing you today. You drop your chopsticks. It lands on the bed and leaves a little stain. But you got more important things to address. Is it that guy? What was his name again? Yasha. You don't remember giving him your phone number. I didn't get to tell you in person, but we're actually soulmates. From a past life. What? What the hell is this man saying? Where did this come from? This life too. I know to you we just met, but I felt that instant connection. If it's alright with you, I'd like to keep in contact. and get to know you. 2. Block or ignore him. How did you get my number? I have my ways. You can't run from me. We belong together. I really think you should open yourself up to the possibility of being with me. How about no? You won't know how good it'll be unless you try. I won't block him this time. I'll block him next time. You don't know why, but you felt compelled to text him back. Even though you don't know what to say, you send him an ellipsis so he doesn't perceive your response as a total rejection. For your own safety, you decided not to block him, but he continues to disturb you by sending cryptic messages throughout the night. Does this guy even sleep? Is that why his hair is white? You decide to shower and get ready for bed. And then I come back out on the bed and he's lying on the bed naked? Regardless of what happened today, as a corpo wage slave, you still need to go into work the next day. And the day after. And the day after that. And the day even after that. No! Forget about work. Your recent human interactions completely disappear from your mind as existential dread lures you into a restless sleep. New week, new you. Or so you'd like to think. If it wasn't just the same thing day in and day out, the 9 to 6 grind has left you jaded. 9 to 6? What happened to 9 to 5? Hello. Boop. Although fielding messages from Yasha has been keeping you unreasonably busy outside of work. Can we meet? Do you even have to ask? When I see you soon anyways? Hee, like he thinks he's cute or something. Maybe he is just a little cute. The string is still exhibiting odd behavior, as if it has a life of its own. You can tell that it definitely favors Yasha. Like today at work. He usually doesn't disturb you when you're in important meetings, but for some reason, it was especially active today. I can't believe I'm dealing with paper cuts at this age. The red string tugged you so roughly that your fingers brushed over the edge of a printout, causing a small but stinging paper cut, making me look like an idiot in front of the boss. What could Yasha have been doing to make the string act like this? Could he have been close to your company building? You've been receiving random phone calls directly to your extension, but the caller never speaks. If you had spare time to think more deeply about it, you'd probably find it incredibly unsettling. In the back of your mind, the calls remind you of several true crime documentaries centered around missing and presumably dead persons. Why does he have to make things so frightening? I was just living my life normally. Maybe if his approach wasn't so warped. You think about how things could have been if Yasha wasn't so unhinged. But the two of you still met under the same circumstances. Secretly, you almost hope for the excitement of something extraordinary happening. Although your accident was a huge deal at the time, now that you settle back into your routine, you find life the same as always. Think of your empty medicine cabinet, you find yourself shuffling towards a convenience store again. Although you'd like to hone your cooking skills, your selfless white-collar job leaves you little time to work on skills or hobbies. Except flattery and bullshittery. I should pick up some band-aids. As you crouch down to examine the limited assortment of band-aids and ointments, you feel a presence rustling behind you.
Don't turn around.
Why not? But what if I want to see your face? You're cute. Although this is your first time hearing his voice, you recognize him instantly. God, the voice acting is really good. They are really nice voices. Out of the corner of your eye, you catch a glimpse of blue hair. Despite it being over a week since you last saw him, you found it hard to forget someone dressed so flashily amidst the sea of suits and workwear.
You don't have to believe me, but you're in grave danger.
I might believe you. What? This is unexpected. Can I ask, why did you bump into me like that? It hurt, you know? The man shifts uncomfortably and rubs the back of his head.
I'm sorry. I did it unintentionally the first time we met. Ever since then, I've done it the same way.
Isn't this only the second time that we met? You had the feeling this conversation is about to jump down another rabbit hole. A different one from Yasha's, but still. Oh lordy. Is it too much to ask to meet a not crazy hot guy? Regardless of your thoughts, the man continues.
I guess I don't have to do it the same way next time.
Now that we've made contact. He trails off, seemingly calculated something in his head for a moment. Next time. These crazy guys keep saying next time like it's their second or third run of life. Is it actually? Yes? You wonder for a moment, but catch yourself before your thoughts go too off the rails. Who are you? And what the hell do you want from me? Just as the man is about to answer, he suddenly jerks his head towards something outside the store, reminding you of a dog picking up on a frequency undetectable by human ears. Damn, I don't think we have time, and he is close to making a decision on you in the cycle. But I will see you again. He pulls the brim of his baseball cap down further to obscure his face. Meet me here next time. I'm sorry I couldn't do anything for you this round. If possible, I hope you come out alive. Alive? You raise your voice, but he's already halfway out the door. Good luck. What? The convenience store clerk gives you a dirty look for your shout, but you have no time to reflect. What the hell?
Babe.
Oh no. You spin around.
What a coincidence.
Oh, a coincidence, huh? I'm sure it was just a coincidence. I didn't think I'd get to see you today. Liar, he comes to see you every day. If you decenter yourself and try to view things again, that would mean that he has business at the convenience store every day. But he never buys anything. It seems his tastes are too refined to stoop to instant noodle level fare, so you're pretty sure he's just here for you. Why do you even eat this garbage? It's not garbage. You should come over to my place. I'll whip you up some Michelin triple star level stuff in minutes. I was a chef in the life just before this one, you know. I'm turning back to the band-aids and ointments. You swiftly make your decisions.
No.
Oh no, did you get hurt? You're whipped around as Yasha swiftly grabs and pulls your wrist, inspecting your hand for damage. Did you know where you were injured ahead of time? Or is he just guessing? Oh no. You can't get hurt. Your body is too precious. Look at him pout. What the hell?
Babe.
Every inch of you is my treasure. In this life, and in every life. He pauses.
Babe.
Stop calling me babe. I don't like pet names like that.
You know I would give you the moon and the stars if I could.
Okay, then do it.
You just need to trust me.
His facial expression takes a jarring turn. He quicks his head to the side like a horror movie mannequin. Thankfully, it doesn't look like anything was dislodged or broken in his neck, but the angle is still unnerving.
And I need you to not betray my trust.
You're scaring me. Why are you being like this? You unconsciously gulp in fear. Is he being like this because he saw you interacting with that blue-haired man? I wouldn't betray you. Why are you accusing me of something I haven't done? You can play dumb all you want. Don't think I'd buy that act for a minute. His eyes are like two blood-red vacuums sucking you into an abyss of crimson. Maybe he can do some other form of sucking later? You shudder. Somehow he just seems to know everything that just transpired between you and the other man. Even though you did nothing to warrant guilt or hiding, your heartbeat accelerates in fear.
Regardless of whatever you do, wherever you go, whoever you talk to, you are mine, and always will be.
Yeah!
There is no such thing as escape. You will be with me in life or death. I can make your life a living hell or a heaven on earth.
Uh-huh, okay.
It's up to you to decide which one.
The nicer one, I guess? But what if it's just heaven for you and it's not for me?
But you must make your mind up quickly.
Please don't give me a time choice.
I tire of waiting.
Yasha's words echo in your head as you stumble your way home. You can't even remember how you got back. By the time you came to your senses, you're already brushing your teeth in preparation for bed. What the hell was that? What is he demanding from you? What did he mean about no escape? Crazy. You spit the toothpaste foam out and everything melts into grey as you mentally prepare yourself for work the next day. Another exhausting week. When was the last time you took a paid vacation? I should have tried to finish my accident rehabilitation faster. After taking so much time off to recover from the accident and your month-long period of hospitalization, you feel guilty trying to submit time for a mental health day. Am I working myself to death? You murmur dramatically. But you know you can keep going. It could be worse. Much, much worse. These days the red string is tugging on you more and more urgently. Have you made up your mind yet? He's still messaging you. Damn it. He's even started coming by your work. It seems like he knows the CEO of your company. At this point in time, you don't question how or why. At least you haven't been forced to go to a company dinner with him as a guest or client. Your co-workers and the office receptionist all assume you're dating. I still haven't made up my mind. Maybe I wouldn't be opposed to being with him, but he scares me. A million thoughts run through your head as the train shrugs silently on and on. Yinny. A voice calls your attention. You spin around with a gasp. The train hasn't reached your stop yet, but it will soon. You! Hey, how does he know your name? You're pretty sure you never told him your name either, just like Yasha.
I'm glad to see you're still alive.
Aww. You're actually very sweet. You glance around the train suspiciously before taking a step closer to him. The train is reasonably full, but not enough to prevent some degree of privacy. Were you expecting me to be dead by now or something? You spit out in a hushed tone.
Please, be at ease. I just want to help.
Help? What do you mean? I think I might be able to in the next round. Not this one, unfortunately.
I promise.
But the next one. I swear it. Is this a trick of the light? His eyes seem to glow with a light greenish hue. Were you hallucinating right now? Have Yasha's antics really pushed you over the edge?
I'm sorry.
It's hard to explain. I really prefer to tell you more privately. Neurotically scanning the train for any signs of Yasha approaching or watching, you agree. What do you mean the next round? Haven't you heard of YOLO? You only live once? He sighs and sits down on one of the open seats.
Right.
I'll explain everything in due time, no matter what happens this round. You will be alright in the end.
I promise.
You should get off here. I'll stay on a little longer. Too long and Yasha will definitely notice. Why are you trying to help me? Do you get something out of this? Or is it just you? He muses for a moment and a gentle smile flickers across his face before it's gone. It is. For now. But I'm warming up to you. He smirks as the train grinds to a halt, and you hide your pinkish cheeks with one palm, turning your head to the side. This is your stop. Text me. Giving a single nod, you quickly shuffle off the train. The red string is tugging behind you in periodic bursts, as if chiding you for your secret rendezvous with the blue-haired man. Dang, I still don't know his name. You resolve to ask his name first thing when you see him again. Did you make it home safely? Yeah. After an exhausting day, you're finally home. You dance around in front of your fridge. You actually went grocery shopping on a weekend. Now you don't need to go to the convenience store. Yasha insisted on escorting you around the grocery store, so you ended up letting him push the cart while awkwardly trying your best to ignore his presence. Life with a stalker is hard. Tired from everything that transpired during the day, you lay your head down to rest. Uh-oh. Your dreams are filled with twisting sceneries and haunting memories of getting lost in places that are almost nostalgic but just a little off. Why does it sound like someone is like trying to break in? From afar you can hear a warped male voice laughing, but you can't tell where it's coming from. Finally, everything fades to black in your dreams as well. Another tiring day of work. Warning, logged on to ending 2. Ending 2 may not be suitable for all audiences. Oh no, I'm doomed! But things are looking up. After opening your mind and getting to know Yasha more, you realize he's just as amazing as he is handsome. After getting to retry life innumerable times, he's a super successful businessman. Tall, rich, and handsome. You finally met your dream man. Well, except for the bit about where he's like, kinda unhinged. Everything is perfect. Absolutely no need to worry about anything at all. Except, there's just one thing that bothers you. He seems to get a little too excited in bed, especially when it comes to the red string. Babe, since he couldn't see it connecting to you for a period of time, it's like an anchor to him, helping him stay grounded. Or more truthfully, it's like a chain to him, chaining him to the past and any potential future that involves you. He really loves the red string. He cherishes it, caresses it, and at times even fondles it. Wow, someone getting freaky with the rope. You convince yourself that this is totally normal behavior. You're totally just making excuses for him. Babe, please. Pookie, can we please do it? Do what? Hey, yo, I mean, sure. The thing with the string. Yes, please, babe, come on. No. I mean, he loses his head when you refuse him, so you quickly move to clarify. Pookie, the way you treat the string, the way you treat me with the string, it scares me sometimes. There's nothing to be scared about, babe. The red string is our friend. Now get down. Please. He gives you a look that scares you the most. Please don't do this, Pookie. You know I love you, babe. Yeah? If you're being honest with yourself, you're really terrified. Oh dear. Yasha is so good in every other aspect. He showers you with gifts and caters to your every need. He's the perfect image of a loving boyfriend. But why? Why is he like this when it comes to being intimate? Satisfied with your acquiescence, he proceeds to wrap the string around your neck. Yes, he starts moving behind you. You can hear him laughing from behind, but your vision is getting blurry. I never thought of using the string like this. It's a perfect fit around your neck. He grunts between movements. Whoa! I have a confession to make. I might have killed you in a couple of lives. I'm sorry about that, my love. Wow! He finally releases and giggles. From his giddy tone, you can't help but feel that he's not sorry. I'm so glad we have the red string, babe. Ties us together forever. It's the best. You can no longer hear him. Your eyes are rolled into the back of your head. It's safe to say you're not breathing anymore. Your heartbeat hasn't stopped yet. But if any doctor saw you, they'd probably consider you beyond saving. Don't be mad, babe, but I think I might have just killed you again. God damn it, Yasha! You literally can't complain. You're dead, but everything's totally okay. After all, we still have the red string. I promise I'll follow you soon.
We met a little too late in this life. But next time, I want to start as childhood friends.
You! I hate you. I would Sage.
And I promise you, you'll love me again!
He scares me. Although he whined incessantly about not being able to see you for most of this life when you first met, it seems like he was more set on starting over than you imagined. It seems he took your love and trust just a little too much for granted. If you hadn't been a teeny bit more skeptical about this random stranger worming his way into your life, would this still have happened? You never know. Until next time. Ending 2. Taken for granted. Damn it! Well, there's 12 endings, so we're gonna try and go for all of them. Right, we're not changing our name this time. You awaken with a start in the middle of the night. Darkness. Silence. Everything is as it should be. This is your room as you've always known it. What did you dream about to wake you up like this? I feel like I've had the most peculiar dream. You make a quick trip to the bathroom and splash your face a couple of times with water before going back to bed. After a major car accident, you thought life would never return to normal. Alright, okay, so we've seen this before. We're gonna pick different choices this time. So last time we picked excitement and anticipation, but this time we'll pick dread, a feeling of dread. What could this red string be? And why did it suddenly become visible after your accident? Are you actually losing your mind? Despite the cost, you tried reaching out to the therapist you worked with during your car accident, but they're fully booked for the months out. You also tried cutting the red string with various instruments. Scissors, a butcher knife used to kill a chicken, even a peachwood sword obtained from a shady-looking exorcist. But as if it can sense your intentions, the red string just sways, intangibly taunting you. It's driving you crazy, filling you with dread, but there seems to be nothing you can do in the short term. One other thing has changed since the accident. You look tired today. I'm blocking him this time. You have blocked the user and can no longer send or receive messages from them. Good riddance. You start to receive some cryptic text from an unknown number. You try not to let it get to you, but a shiver runs down your spine regardless. You really can't deal with another problem like this right now. If someone's stalking you, they better be prepared to be bored. As a corpo wagey, besides your recent escapades trying to deal with the red string, your life is pretty much work, sleep, screaming internally on Sunday night. As various thoughts run into your head, the train finally screeches to a halt. Your fellow sardines begin spilling out onto the platform, pushing you through the open doors just a little too fast. Alright, then we bump into Sage. A rebellious-looking man with dyed hair and piercing just slammed into you and didn't even apologize. Hey! You swallow your words after seeing the way he's dressed. Something about him intimidates you. But getting a better look at his face, you have to admit that he is attractive. You don't even notice the sword on his back. He stares at you for a moment and wordlessly nods his head downwards before quickly turning around and continuing on his way. It seems that there's now a note in your hand which you can only assume that he gave you. I can help. And then his number. What the hell? Did he just pick you up? Your arm hurts from colliding with him, but you're secretly a little flattered that he gave you his phone number. But why does it say I can help? So odd. After a long day of being encouraged by your micromanaging boss, you follow being pushed around in the train station. You sincerely doubt your day could get any worse. Ow! But of course it could. Hello? Can I help you? Yes, I'll pat you a bit more. I'm sorry. The red string, which was taut just moments ago, has now somehow become tangled. You didn't even know it could get tangled like this. Although knowing how it teases you when you try and cut it, you probably shouldn't be surprised. Luckily, a pair of strong arms catch you from behind. He's here!
Oh, there. You seemed a little unsteady on your feet.
Alright, and then we skip to the choices. Run! Running is a new choice. Run! Your bones crack, blood crawls, and your whole body feels like it's swarming with ants. Your soul is screaming, trying to send you a message. This guy has trouble. The red string is tugging on your hand, sensing your intention to run but urging you to stay. You gasp. Before you even realize what's happening, your feet have already carried you up the stairs and far away from the station. The red string is displeased with you and tries to trip you up, but you don't even notice. You feel like you've averted some sort of crisis. Crap! Why did you run? I thought I blocked you! After what feels like an eternity, you finally reach the convenience store by your apartment. Ugh. I'm so tired, but I should really stop in and pick something up to eat. The fridge is empty. I knew I should have gone shopping instead of doom scrolling all day on Sunday. Oh no. What is it now? Don't run next time. It hurts my feelings. Block. You blocked him. Oh my god. I can't deal with this right now. As you browse the aisles mindlessly in search of a snack, you see a different type of snack. Ah, here he is. It's a man who gave you his number in the subway station. What does he want from you? Is he interested in you? It doesn't seem like he's your stalker, but you can't know for sure. You find yourself in a stare down with him until he finally averts his eyes. This is gonna get long. Is there somewhere private we could talk? Sure. You're still a little unsure about this man, but something about him intrigues you. What did he mean by the I can help on the back of the note he handed you? Against your better judgment, you decide to take him to your apartment to chat. You never know where or when the stalker might be watching. If this man can really help, it should be well worth the risk. I do worry about that sword. You figure if he does try to kill you with the sword, he'll just be a few steps ahead instead of whatever your stalker plans to do with you. No way I hit 2 out of 2 for stalkers in one day, right? You nod seriously and motion the man to follow you. My name is Sage, by the way. He takes off his hat, fiddling with it with an awkward silence for a moment. So do you have any questions for me? Or I could start, just let me know. Sure, I'll start. Alright. As much as I like the fact that Sage is in our room, we should ask him some questions. Who are you? I am one of the gods of the afterlife. An agent of Mengpo, the goddess of oblivion. I guard the line leading to the soup of oblivion, which everyone must drink of before they reincarnate. An agent of a goddess? Right. He shrugs and looks at you, indicating that he's telling the truth. Or at least what he believes to be the truth. Do you expect me to just believe that? It's up to you whether you believe it or not, but that doesn't change the fact that you're in danger. You have to agree with him there. Crazy or not, he may be of help. As you may already know by now, Yasha has been avoiding the soup and evading capture after death for millennia. I'm on a mission to apprehend him and make sure he drinks the soup this time. Why do you have that sword? As the guardian of the afterlife, I need to ensure I complete my mission this time. While we've attempted capture in the past, Yasha is wily and belligerent. He can get violent when things don't go his way. So if he doesn't comply this time, I may be forced to take... He breathes in for a moment before continuing. More extreme measures. Why are you helping me? Everyone must drink the soup of oblivion. We are all equal before death. It's my job to ensure he drinks it as well this time. After that, his memories of his past will be completely wiped. And we can finally sever your connection with him at that time. You mean the red string? Precisely. What even is the red string anyway? It's a symbolic metaphysical representation of your connection to your soulmate. For many, it's a blessing. Most people go through their entire lives without meeting their soulmate, but those who can see the red string can find their true partner in whatever life they're able to see it in. For others, like in your case, it's a curse. No matter how far you are, he'll always find you. As to why I want to help you, it's my duty. Right, I thought you wanted to help me because you had a crush on me. Why is Yasha obsessed with me? Yasha's not a liar. He genuinely has been through many lifetimes with you. He really is your soulmate. But the endless reincarnations have caused something in him to snap. Humans aren't meant to remember all their lives for eternity. At a certain point, their minds are overloaded, and they finally drink the soup or their existence is terminated. Terminated? Erased from existence entirely. So what's the plan? I need a little time to go back to the afterlife and retrieve a small portion of the soup of oblivion. I'd originally planned to arrest him, but after some failed attempts on my part, I think your assistance would be of great help. I'll ask you to message me again when I'm ready with the soup. From there, when Yasha asks to see you, offer him a drink. Try to distract him. I'll help you sever the red string after the potion starts working. How will I know it's working? It will start with a headache, and then in theory Yasha should pass out. Though some strong souls do not pass out right away. Do you have any other questions? Yes, well, no more questions. So you're willing to help me out with this plan? You'll be doing yourself a favor as well. After so many reincarnations, he is very, very dangerous. I'm sure you've experienced his unhinged behavior to some extent by now. Yeah, are you willing to help out with Sage's plan? Oh, absolutely, sounds good. Great, you agreed to help out with Sage's plan to feed Yasha Mengpo's Soup of Oblivion. He leaves in a hurry and you find yourself pondering the situation for a moment. As you're standing there contemplating everything that's just happened, it was so good seeing you today. Even though you ran away from me. Oh, holy crap, it's that Yasha guy. Again, he's texting me. How did he get my number? I shouldn't be surprised at this point. Didn't I already block you? That was before we met up. I was using a different account, but now that we met up, I went ahead and added my main to your friends list. What a nerd! What the hell? Damn, it sounds like your stalker may have some degree of hacking skills. Or perhaps just troubling skills. So I didn't get to tell you in person, but we're actually soulmates. From a past life. What? What the hell is he saying? Where did this come from? This life too. I know to you we just met, but I felt that instant connection. If it's alright with you, I'd like to keep in contact. And get to know you. How'd you get my number? I have my ways. You can't run from me. We belong together. I really think you should open yourself up to the possibility of being with me. But you won't know how good it'll be unless you try. Block him. You blocked this user and can no longer send or receive messages from them. You blocked his profile. A few seconds pass by. Then suddenly... You shouldn't have done that. I know where you live. Oh, great! You blocked this new profile. You don't click on the message, but it seems like he sent you another one. Scared, you fumble your phone before turning off notifications. You decide to shower and get ready for bed. Regardless of what happened today, as a corpo wage slave, you still need to go to work the next day. And the day after, thinking about work, your recent human interactions completely disappear from your mind as existential dread lures you into a restless sleep. Alright, new week, new you. Or as you like to think, if it wasn't just the same thing day in and day out. Day in and day out, day in and day... You have a paper cut. Did you have a paper cut last week? Or was that years ago? The days seem to be blending into each other. At a work meeting, with string, like finger. The train comes to a stop as you repeat several things in your head. You stoop down again to examine the first aid supplies. Unlike last time, you don't feel the presence of anyone behind you. I love how this is a whole new timeline, so it's different. I love games where if you restart it, it's a whole different, like, timeline and narrative. He isn't here this time. What the hell are you talking about? Last time he was here. Now you sound crazy. Right as you're incredibly lost, new sounds grab your attention.
Babe.
You spin around.
What a coincidence.
Uh-huh. I didn't think I'd get to see you today. Again. Liar. He looks so cheeky. I kinda just want to pinch his cheeks. He comes to see you every day. You look up at him. He's just as devilishly handsome as ever. You feel like this exact situation has happened before. Just like this, you were looking for ointment. Wasn't that today, though? You can't remember this having happened in your past. You're pretty sure it's been years since you last had a paper cut. Why do you even eat this garbage? I like this garbage. Okay, then he says that he's gonna cook for you. Garbage? You should come over to my place. I'll whip you up some Michelin triple star level stuff in minutes. You should come over to my place. I'll whip you up some Michelin triple star level stuff in minutes. I remember my past life.
What?
Then something about you being a chef in your past life. Yeah. Something like that. You trail off. Where is this coming from? This is only the second week since this man began full-fledged stalking you. But it already feels like you've had this exact conversation at least one other time.
Babe.
How do you know? He's starting to remember. Yasha puts both his hands over his mouth in shock. He looks like he's about to cry. Yinny, please tell me you remember. You snort and casually read the back of one of the ointments on sale. No antibiotic properties. Damn. Oh no. Did you get hurt? You're whipped around as Yasha swiftly grabs and pulls your wrist, inspecting your hand for damage. Did he know where you were injured ahead of time? Or is he just guessing? You can't get hurt. Your body is too precious. Look at him pout. What the hell?
Babe.
Every inch of you is my treasure. In this life and in every life.
Babe. You know I would give you the moon and the stars if I could.
Oh yeah, I do know. That's what I'm afraid of, because you'll probably do it.
You just need to trust me.
His facial expression takes a jarring turn. He quicks his head to the side like a horror movie mannequin. It is actually unnerving. Thankfully, it doesn't look like anything was dislodged or broken in his neck, but the angle is still unnerving.
And I need you to not betray my trust.
Oh, hell no. You drop everything you're holding and book it. I didn't sign up for this crap. Arriving at home panting, you quickly slam the door shut and lock both the knob and the deadbolt. Screw you, psycho! You manage to calm yourself down, but you're still shaking. Stalker? The red string is totally laughing at you. It's tugging and twirling, making its mirth evident. Screw you too, you damn string! You make a promise to yourself to go to an exorcist. Maybe after the next board meeting at work. Crap, I don't have time for this shit. Settling in bed after a hot shower. You're still shaking until you settle into a shaky sleep. Another exhausting week. The last time you took PTO. I should have tried to finish my accident rehabilitation faster. After taking so much time off to recover from the accident and your month-long period of hospitalization, you'd feel guilty trying to submit time for a mental health day. Am I working myself to death? You murmur dramatically. Yeah, probably. But you know you can keep going. It could be worse. Much, much worse. These days the red string is tugging on you more and more urgently. You still haven't unblocked me. You have this user blocked and can no longer send or receive messages from them. Damn, he's even started coming by your work. You made it clear to him that you're really uncomfortable with this, but he still shows up. Every time he does, the evil glint in his eyes seems to get sharper and sharper. It seems he knows the CEO of your company. At this point in time, you don't even question how or why. At least you haven't been forced to go to a company dinner with him as a guest or client. Your co-workers and office receptionists all assume you're dating. Gross. No way in hell would I ever date my stalker. Damn. Not even knowing what to say, you begin repeating yourself both verbally and in your head. Your thoughts are going round and round, cycling like a washing machine. Yinny, a voice calls your attention, you spin around with a gasp. The train hasn't reached your stop yet, but it will soon. Sage! He smiles charmingly and shuffles closer until he's right next to you, body to body. This time, the train is packed. Unconsciously, you turn to face him, and he faces you at the same time, leaving the two of you chest to chest on the crowded train. Another passenger struggling for space presses you from behind, accidentally pushing your body deeper into Sage's. You both blush as things normally shouldn't touch. Whoa!
This is unexpected.
But nice, right? Are you stealing my line from the first cycle? He returns a quiet chuckle. How many cycles has it been now? For me, it's been one, but maybe my first with you. With me? He cocks an eyebrow. For me, many. He looks tired. You're not sure how repeating the same day over and over again impacts immortals like him. But if it's anything like how it affects humans, it must be soul-crushing. I never did ask you. I get the whole thing about repeating lives, but why are we stuck in a time loop? Ah yes, the time loop. An excellent trope. I love human media. It really saves me a lot of time explaining things. About that, I'm sorry. He coughs. That's actually my power. See, you're the bastard. He shushes you playfully with his index finger. I had to do it. This is the best chance to capture Yasha that we've ever had. We, as in the collective underworld. Yes, exactly. To be more precise. He looks away, looking guilty for a moment. He's part of my caseload. I was supposed to catch him in the 1800s, but I'm ashamed to say that he eluded me. More than once or twice. You're about to crack a joke about no rest for the wicked even in the underworld, but the phrase 1800 gives you pause. 1800? Hey, wait a second. Are you part of that 1850 incident Yasha asked if I was mad about in Cycle? His lack of answer is answer enough. You heard about that. One of these days you really need an answer about what happened back then. The train is pulling up to your stop, but Sage circles his arm around your waist ambiguously.
Won't you ride the train with me a little longer?
I mean, if by train you mean you, then yes, I would absolutely do so.
We can pretend you missed your stop today, due to the crowds.
You lean your forehead onto his shoulder in acquiescence. Why is he acting so close all of a sudden? Is it just his instinct to protect you as a guard of the afterlife? And more importantly, do you feel the same way about him? You can't tell if you're also just finding comfort in the perceived safety he provides. You don't know what or how much Yasha can perceive through the red string alone. But in Sage's arms, you feel safe and hidden. I should have the soup of oblivion soon. He murmurs by your ear.
Message me tonight.
Why does that sound so much more seductive than I thought?
Message me tonight.
What? I'll do anything for you tonight. You nod. After passing a few stops in Sage's arms, you finally disembark. Now that you're on your own again, you start to feel antsy. You worry about Yasha discovering your little... I can never pronounce that. With Sage the whole walk home. Did you have fun on your little date? Don't think I'm not onto you. I'm always watching. I know! Always. What are you, a Monsters Inc. employee? Does he ever get tired of this? How dare you let him touch you? I can't believe you let those filthy hands. You just wait. I'll purify you. Ew! You block this user and can no longer send or receive messages from them. After an exhausting day, you're finally home. You dance around in front of the fridge. You actually went grocery shopping on the weekend. Now you don't need to go to the convenience store. But how will you meet up with... You wince again as a stabbing headache rears its ugly head for a moment. Sage. Yasha insisted on escorting you around the grocery store, but you managed to throw him off your tail. Life with a stalker is hard. Oh yeah, should I text Sage? Yes, absolutely. Of course, I need to make sure I get the bottle of that potion from him. The soup of oblivion, was it? Hey, this is Sage. You ready to receive the potion now? Yes. Alright, heading over now. After a little while, Sage shows up at your door. You both look cautiously from left to right, scanning for Yasha. Quickly, come in. I'll keep this short. This is the soup of oblivion. It's a potion that'll make Yasha forget about his past lives. He hands you a small bottle of pale purple liquid. What? Mix it into a drink and offer it to him, and he'll forget about you and leave you alone. We can sever the red string at that point too. You blink your eyes in confusion for a moment. Do you have any questions? What if he doesn't drink it? Sage scrunches up his face, thinking. I'll try to come and get you.
I promise.
He looks a little unreliable when he says this, but you nod anyway. Please do. This is a drug, isn't it? He face palms.
I promise you it's not an illicit drug. But you better not drink it yourself. Otherwise you better prepare to reincarnate. You're not going to remember anything.
He won't die, will he? Or will I die if I drink it?
No one will die. But you probably won't even remember how to speak. Unless you have a really strong soul.
Yikes. Got it. Thank you for this. Well, time to offer the soup. Sage nods solemnly and moves towards the door, putting his signature hat back on. It's very cute. But with all his piercings and blue hair, you're not sure how effective it's been for him. I'll see if I can stick around in the area for a while after you give it to him to make sure everything's okay. Maybe don't try and do anything too dangerous. I'll do what I can.
I'm sorry.
I honestly wish I could do it for you, but I suspect Yasha is already aware of my existence. If he finds out that we're working together, he won't leave things be. Both you and I might not escape unscathed, but I'll do my best to protect you. Thank you, Sage. I really appreciate it. I hope we both make it out alright. He nods one last time and finally makes his exit, leaving you to ponder your thoughts alone. Tired from everything that transpired during the day, you lay your head down to rest. Your dreams are filled with twisting sceneries and haunting memories of getting lost in places that are almost nostalgic but just a little off. From afar, you can hear a warped male voice laughing, but you can't tell where it's coming from. Finally, everything fades to black in your dreams as well. Another tiring day at work. It's been several weeks since your first encounter with Yasha. You've been waking up in a cold sweat these days because he's making his intent more and more obvious. It started small, but things have been escalating more and more as the days pass. First your work, then all your outings. Despite your best efforts, he's managed to barge into all aspects of your life. You've been gathering evidence to report to the police. But now that so many outsiders have witnessed you together, you fear that it may be treated as a domestic dispute versus an actual crime. If you take it to the authorities at this stage, they won't do anything about it. Still, you bide your time. You know you'll hit a tipping point and ask to meet at some point. That night after work, he texts you. We need to be together. No, we don't. Unhinged rant. You have to stop this. I'm doing this for you. You'll never be happy without me. I've seen it at least in a dozen other lifetimes. Yeah, but every life is not gonna be the same. What the hell? This bastard. I've been living perfectly fine up until now, thank you. This conversation is going nowhere. Please stop this. I need to see you in person. If you really love me, then no. Respect my wishes. Okay, I think if we say fine, he might actually come and we can give him the soup. Fine. I knew you'd come to your senses. Wait for me. I'm coming. Well, so soon? Haven't even taken you out to dinner yet. I have main post soup of oblivion potion ready. I'll put it into this pitcher of barley tea. Stay calm. You decide to mix in the soup of oblivion into some barley tea, preparing to offer it to Yasha. The potion is odorless and the pale purple color isn't visible when mixed in with the murky brown tea. Not even a minute passes until you hear urgent footsteps pounding up the stairs. That means he was just right outside. It's him, finally. You open the door right as he gets to it. Come in. He looks extremely confused. Let's talk. He narrows his eyes and looks at you suspiciously. He watches as you pour out some barley tea for him, one glass for him and one for yourself. Of course, you don't actually plan to drink yours. Yeah. Let's talk. You offer him the drink. Perhaps thirsty from his raging and rush to visit your home, miraculously he tilts his head back and chugs it. He actually drank it. Thank you. You try to keep your expression steady as you stare back at him. Of course.
You know, I never wanted things to be like this. The first few lifetimes were really fun. Everything was new and exciting. Every time I learned something new about you, about myself. Every time, we had different children and family. We were the only two constants in our world. You and I. Everything else changed. But you and I stayed the same.
He winces and puts his hand to his head. Is this progress? Is the potion actually working?
We were inseparable!
Okay, well we can't stay together forever, okay?
But then you...
He groans from pain. It's obvious now that the soup of oblivion is working. It's literal magic. Changed. Oh my. Are you okay? You try not to speak too loudly as to ruin whatever's going on.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What have you done to me?
Oh no. Please don't kill me.
My memories! You stupid... I'll kill you!
Crap! The potion's working, but he's not going down. You decide to book it. You turn around and run as fast as you can through the door. Sage mentioned that some individuals with strong souls had resistance. Of the countless reincarnations, you realize that Yasha's soul is probably on the strong side. Help! You're trying to scream as you run, but it feels like your vocal cords are stuffed with cotton. Then for some reason you start laughing. Oh my god. What the hell is even going on anymore? Sprinting at your top speed for several minutes, you somehow found yourself at the station. Panting, you slow down, stopping for just a moment to catch your breath. Where do you think you're going? How did you get here so quickly? You left before him. You thought you'd run straight here, but you didn't have a destination in mind when you left. Your damn work commute led here subconsciously, but somehow he still beat you to it. Stay away from me, you psycho! There's no one here but the two of us, my love. My love. This is it. There really is no one here in the subway station except for the two of you now. There's a station master's office nearby where a station master should be on duty at this time. But for some reason it looks like the lights are off and the office is closed. This is the moment of reckoning. How will you face him? Stall him, just as you're thinking of how to stall Yasha. With incredible timing, a train pulls into the station. It seems to be all empty, but this could be your chance. Shit! What do I do? What do I do? Get on the train. With no other options, you bolt through the train doors. You press the emergency buttons, run towards the head of the train, praying it'll be manned. Perhaps disliking the fuss. Or maybe just enjoying the chase. For some reason, Yasha doesn't follow. You've gotten away, but you know there's no returning to your normal life. You're running from him. Constantly taking trains, never settling down. You ask yourself, was it worth it? Every time you settle down in that town, you feel the string tug. He knows where you are. He just hasn't bothered to come after you yet. After decades of running and living in squalor, burning through fake credit cards and ID, at the end of your short life you start to question yourself. Was it all worth it to get away from him? Your answer is... Ending 8, on the run. God, okay. Let's try and shout for Sage this time then. Not knowing what else to do, you shout for the only one who you think could help in the situation. Sage! You don't know if he'll answer, but you'll scream his name at the top of your lungs. Yeah, I'll scream his name in other situations too, yay! Like a miracle, he appears. Yasha!
Stop this at once!
Do you even know who you are right now? Everything comes to a screeching halt.
I lost something.
Yinny, after pitifully calling your name for the last time, Yasha seems at a complete loss for words. He stares into the distance, empty-eyed and drooling. You both guide him to the station master's office at the subway station, which is now somehow manned, and take your leave. Of course it would be empty when I needed it. Sage chuckles good-naturedly along with you, seemingly content at finally having caught his mark.
Are you alright? Not hurt anywhere? Bastard. I should have exterminated him centuries ago.
Using the sword, he channels his energy, and the star-shaped scar on his forehead glows with sage-colored energy. Once his sword starts shining a blinding white, he finally brings the sword down on the red string.
Now, you are free.
Woohoo!
We will probably never meet again.
No! We'll see. You never really know with these things. He cracks a smile.
That may be true. I know one thing for sure.
Oh?
I'll remember you.
Aww. Thank you. I'll remember you too, Sage. Always. Until I die, I guess. I'll make sure you drink the soup. And forget about me. As you should. He looks a little sad. You can't imagine it's easy to live as an immortal, feeling a special connection with a soul but never being able to have them remember you. In a way, you can kind of understand why Yasha did what he did, avoiding drinking the soup, although you don't agree at all with his choices. Goodbye, Sage. Goodbye, Yuri. You're super grateful for Sage's help and decide to live your life to the fullest. You immediately quit your job and spend your life traveling the world doing photography and writing, using any proceeds from your sailor work to fund charity organization for victims of stalking and violent crimes. You're eternally grateful to Sage, who you've never seen again since then, but you figure you'll see him when you pass on, and it's your turn to drink the soup of Megpo. Ending 11, a good life. Yay, I got a good life. Alright, let's start again for a third time before we jump in and try and find the other endings. You awaken with the start in the middle of the night. Darkness. Silence. Everything is as it should be. This is your room as you've always known it. What did you dream about to wake you up like this? I feel like this has happened before. Wake up, wake up. You go to the fridge and chug some ice water before climbing back into bed unsettled, but you end up tossing and turning until the dawn breaks. It's different this time again. After a major car accident, you thought life would never return to normal. However, despite some residual aches and pains, it seems like the only real change was losing your means of comfortable transportation. Now you become accustomed to taking the train to and from work, smushed like a sardine in the morning and jostled by the crowds in the evening. That and ever since you woke up in the hospital after the accident, you started to see a red string connected to your pinky finger, winding off into the distance, leading somewhere unknown. You still can't tell whether it's a blessing or an ill omen, but you do feel excitement and anticipation. A little confused, but you decide to ignore it for now. Although it bothers you, there's no point stressing over something you can't change. You've been tempted to try cutting the string, but you stopped the last minute for fear of what could happen. And even if you did want to mention it to your therapist, now with the mental health coverage from the accident expired, it will cost you $200 an hour to speak with them. Oh god, I don't have that kind of money. You can't bring yourself to justify such a cost just yet, so you've decided to let it go for the present. One other thing changed since the accident. You're tired today. Send a sticker. You start to receive some cryptic text from an unknown number. You try not to let it get to you, but a shiver runs down your spine regardless. If this is a secret admirer, why don't they reveal themselves? Although their approach is wrong, you wouldn't mind meeting someone new. As various thoughts run through your head, the train finally screeches to a halt. Your fellow sardines begin spilling out into the platform, pushing you through the open doors just a little too fast. Almost tripping over your own feet, you feel the string pull taut. Is the other end of the string close? Distracted, you're only just able to find your footing, when suddenly a shoulder rams into you. Ow! Your arm hurts from the collision. A man with dyed hair and piercings. A sword. Sage! He smiles at you and pats your arm apologetically. Call me, he mouths, and makes a phone gesture with his hand. You nod, making sure to keep a firm hold on the note. You know it'll read the same as before, I can help. But your heart is warm knowing that the both of you remember. The man turns away with a little light dancing in his sage-colored eyes and continues in the opposite direction. You know if you go to the convenience store today, you'll meet him again. But how do you know that? Your head hurts suddenly with a sharp pain, and then the moment is gone. Stay away from him. What the hell? After a long day of being encouraged by your micromanaging boss, followed by being pushed around in the train station, you sincerely doubt your day could get worse. Ah! But of course it would. The string, which was taut just moments ago, has now somehow become tangled amongst the feet of countless passerbys. You didn't even know that the string could get physically tangled like this. Luckily, a pair of strong arms catch you from behind.
Whoa there, huh? You seemed a little unsteady on your feet.
It's you again. Okay, so we'll skip the intro because we've seen it before. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. You flirtatiously brush a strand of hair behind your ear and give a charming smile. Wow, you're super handsome. I've only ever seen men as handsome as you on TV. The coy light in your eyes sparks a kindling deep in the man's, and you both feel a little fire. You see him bite his lips, subconsciously or not. After a brief pause, you give what you think is a cute giggle. Hehehe. Was that cute? Try again, Yinny. Ew! Thank you so much for catching me. The handsome stranger grins more genuinely this time, and his defenses seem to come down for just a moment. You're welcome. As if coming to some unknown agreement, the two of you examine each other without speaking as if to size each other up. Anyways, thanks again for your help, but I really need to head home now. It's been a long day. You can't wait to get some actual rest on your bed at home, no longer wearing your restrictive office clothes. Work and commuting to work have been like hell recently, and with the red string and your odd encounters today, you don't feel the need to press things any further. The red string leading to the man is very curious indeed, but you are so worn out. If this man really is your soulmate or something along those lines, you're sure you'll meet him again anyways, whether you like it or not. Alright, let's skip forward a little bit. This time when you ask why don't I go with you, let's say okay. You're at a loss for words. This man might be way more unhinged than you initially thought. Sure. You have a feeling you regret saying yes, but it's too late now. The man lets go of your wrist and acts as if he didn't have a random outburst just moments before. Wonderful. Yes. Wonderful. You have a feeling you just agreed to let your stalker accompany you. I hope to goodness I'm wrong. You think to yourself that you'd be wiser not to go directly home, lest you find out where you live. Assuming he already doesn't know, oh, he absolutely knows. Yasha scours the neighborhood with his eyes, looking wildly as if he's on the lookout for someone or something. Not seeing whatever he's looking for, he gives a satisfied smile and refocuses on you. Without asking, he motions you to follow and steps into the convenience store to pick out a couple bowls of instant ramen, assumedly one for you and one for himself. Is it just a coincidence? One of those ramen tubs is your favorite flavor, or does he just have exquisite taste? Although you just met, you can't help but hope that he'll hand you your favorite. Whether he picked it out by pure coincidence or something else, I really shouldn't have expectations with some guy I just met. Especially monetarily. You muse that it might be rude of you to assume that he's purchasing one for you. But hey, if he wasn't, why did he motion for you to follow him? To watch? Maybe he likes being watched, in more ways than one. Fortunately, he does seem to have brought them with the intention of giving one to you. He watches he pays, grabbing 2 pairs of disposable wooden chopsticks and several napkins, and moves to the hot water dispenser to fill both tubs. And then he eats them both. The two of you step outside to eat. As you're waiting for the noodles to cook, you can't help but think about how experienced he seems at this. Does he just go around picking people up with ramen? Or does he want something else from me? The two of you are silent for just a minute or two until he smoothly removes both lids and hands you your chopsticks. You both begin blowing on the noodles and soup to reduce the heat before digging in. He blows on his ramen much more than a few times. Got a real cat's tongue, eh? However, you're shocked by his next move. Unexpectedly, he brought his chopsticks up to your mouth for you to eat. Oh, does he want to feed me and I feed him? Do you accept the noodles he's offering from his chopsticks? Eat them. Shrugging, you decide to go for it. He may have blown on the noodles a little too long. They're totally cold and tasteless in your mouth. Sorry for all this rush. It's been rough for me, but everything's good now. Or it will be, now that you're here. I'm Yasha. You know we're actually soulmates. That's what this red string is all about. He says between slurps of ramen. We've lived countless lives together, traveled countless planes, had children together. Went childless by choice, then had children again. I seriously haven't gotten over when our daughter died during the Black Death. After that, I made sure to study up on medicines and potions. Soulmates. It just took me a little longer than usual to find you this time. He cracks a smile that looks almost grotesque, filled with pain. Oh, it's like a grimace. If I found you any later, we might have been at risk of not having healthy children. What? Excuse me? I think I want children in this life. Well, I don't. Don't you? Oh god, he's batshit insane. Children sounds lovely. He seems a little odd, maybe a little misled, but you feel like his heart is in the right place. More than anything, the red string that no one else can see seems like irrefutable proof that he could be your soulmate. He does give you the shivers, but it might be worth giving him a chance. It's getting late. Can I see you home? Sure. He sees you home. He walks you home and everything seems normal. I'll message you later. You never gave me your phone number. Crap. It's now in the middle of the night and you find yourself a bit hungry. Sparing yourself the internal lecture on how you should cook more and eat healthier, you silently pull on your coat and get ready to go. You're still wearing pajama bottoms, but you're pretty sure the convenience store employees have seen you in everything except your underwear. Date outfits, work outfits, pajamas. I feel like I wouldn't stop there so often if it wasn't so convenient. Haha. You laugh internally at your own lame pun as you start your late night trek. After what feels like an eternity, you finally reach the convenience store by your apartment. Oh, I'm so tired, but I should really stop in and pick something up to eat. The fridge is empty. I knew I should have gone shopping instead of doom scrolling all day on Sunday. You should be able to see Sage here at the convenience store on this day at this time. Who's Sage? A piercing headache comes back for a split second before it disappears again. Why do I feel like I'm forgetting things? Or actually remembering things? The red string shakes at you threateningly. As you browse the aisles mindlessly in search of a snack, you see a different type of snack. Sage! Yinny, thank goodness, I'm so glad I found you. I'm so glad we're able to meet up safely. The red string stealthily tugging at your finger, but a glare from Sage quiets it right away. I wasn't sure how many times we've had this conversation before in the station, so I didn't push further. His expression tenses up. Plus he was there. I had to be careful. Of course. He didn't follow you this time, did he? No, of course not. At least I'm pretty sure he hasn't. Suddenly he looks apologetic.
I'm sorry that you got tangled up in this.
That's okay, at least I got to see you again and I still remember you.
In truth, as guards of the line to reincarnation, we should have done a better job of making sure he drank the soup of oblivion before each rebirth. I should have done a better job.
And now you're suffering as a result of my inadequacy. He clenches his fist, visibly anguishing over his failures. Watching him regret his past failures and your heart goes out to him. Should you comfort him? Yes, Sage. He looks astonished. Stop blaming yourself. What's done is done. What matters is how we fix this. Yes. He murmurs, eyes solely focused on you. Yinny, anyways, do you need me to explain anything again? We should move to your place. You nod and the two of you quietly start to move. Where are you going? Did you touch him? Sage frowns, reading the messages over your shoulder. He squeezes your shoulder reassuringly as you turn your phone on mute. If you have any additional questions now, I can also answer those. Yes. Are you single? Oh, so cute! At this question, Sage makes an expression you've never seen on him. He blushes furiously and looks extremely embarrassed. He's so cute. What? Why would you ask? So he says, but he actually does look a little happy that you asked. Yes, I am. What you modern people might call a single Pringle. Excuse me? Nothing. Let's carry on. Are there any consequences to severing the red string of fate? Will I just no longer have a soulmate? Sage furrows his brows. About that, I've been thinking. Give me a little more time and I'll have an answer for you. I promise. Who are you? Uh-oh, you're feeling a little fuzzy. But of course, I'm always happy to explain anything again for you. I'm one of the gods of the afterlife, an agent of Meng Po, goddess of oblivion. I guard the line leading to the soup of oblivion which everyone must drink of before they reincarnate. As you may already know, Yasha's been avoiding the soup and evading capture by death for millennia. I'm on a mission to apprehend him and make sure he drinks it this time. Why are you helping me? Don't you know by now? He cracks a beautiful smile, though it looks a little hurt. As to why I want to help you, He pauses for a moment, thinking. I also want to make sure he can never hurt you again. He's hurt you too many times over the years. I've observed several times when you were happy with him, but the eons of unforgotten lives have jumbled up his memories. He can no longer maintain his sanity, and I won't let him hurt you again. Aww. Why is Yasha obsessed with me? He's not a liar. He's genuinely been through many lifetimes with you. He really is your soulmate. Humans aren't meant to remember all their lives for eternity. At a certain point, their minds are overloaded, then they finally drink the soup or their existence is terminated. Terminated? Erased from existence entirely. Soulmate, huh? I don't like it. You tug on the red string, dissatisfied. It writhes around briefly in protest. I want to choose my own soulmate. He nods. As you should. Everyone should have that right, but that's not always how things work. Can our soulmate be you? Hey, he's blushing beet red again. Seems like he likes the teasing even if he'll never admit it. Why do you have that sword? Okay, same answer there as the previous route. And then, yeah, so the plan is the same. Sounds good. Yasha sends us a message after Sage leaves. You don't remember giving Yasha your phone number? Hi. That's a new option we didn't have before. Hi. Hey, cutie. Aww, yay! He seems harmless enough and you don't have many friends, so you decide to text him back. He replies very energetically and very sweetly. His enthusiasm for you is obvious and a little overwhelming. Although you like to keep talking, you know you need to pause the conversation for now. Good night, cutie. Your heart thumps a little harder. He might be a little off, but he sure is nice. You decide to shower and get ready for bed. Regardless of what happened today as a corpo wage slave, you still need to go into work the next day. And the day after. And the day after that. And the day even after that. Thinking about work, your recent human interactions completely disappear from your mind as existential dread lures you into a restless sleep. New week, new you. Or so you'd like to think, if it wasn't just the same thing day in and day out. Day in and day out, day in and day... You have a paper cut. Okay, so this is still the same. You talk about the paper cut, and then you run into him at the store. This is only the second week since this man began full-fledged stalking you, but it already feels like you've had this exact conversation at least 4 times.
Babe.
Okay, so, and then he does the same as in all the other routes where he goes a little crazy. You're scaring me. Why are you being like this? You unconsciously gulp in fear. Is he being like this because he saw you interacting with the blue-haired man? Or wasn't that last time? Your head hurts again. There's a sharp piercing sensation in your brain when you remember certain things. Yinny, Yasha looks concerned for you, but he's obviously still upset. I wouldn't betray you. Why are you accusing me of something I haven't done? You can play dumb all you want, but don't think I buy that act for a minute. Okay, this is all the same, and then it's the train again. So this is pretty much all, like, quite similar with, like, some minimal changes mostly in the beginning, I think. It was fun today. Cute sticker. Babe. Oh, I had fun too. Babe, are you warming up to me? Please say yes. Yeah. Oh, if you do not wish to see ending 2, please choose again. Okay, so saying yes gets you the same ending we've already gotten before. No. Babe? Yiddy! You block this user and can no longer send or receive messages from them. I really do like the pop-up here that tells you because you chose this option, you're gonna get the same ending. Sucker. Oh yeah, should I text Sage? Maybe later. Maybe I'll text him later. Tired from everything that transpired during the day, you lay your head down to rest. Your dreams are filled with twisting sceneries and haunting memories of getting lost in places that are almost nostalgic but a little off. From afar, you can hear a warped male voice laughing, but you can't tell where it's coming from. And finally, everything fades to black in your dreams as well. Another tiring day of work, but you hum a little tune to yourself. Things have been looking up recently. If you're being honest with yourself, it's because you've been spending a lot of quality time with Yasha. Though he scares you, immensely at times. After getting to know him a little better, you find that he's just as sweet as he is crazy. He showers you with flowers and gifts, always listens patiently to your thoughts and complaints, and he's an incredibly good kisser. How do you know he's a good kisser? Well, you can't say you took the initiative, but not to mention gifted in bed. Whoa! I guess he's got like centuries of experience. It's been several weeks of texting and a couple of dates here and there after work and on the weekends. You've even come to look forward to his various stories of your past lives together. Regardless of whether they're true or not, he's an excellent storyteller. And he always uses them to tie into some additional romantic care for the present version of you. You look down to see a text from him. Can I come over? You want to see him desperately, but you also need to catch up on work. He always gives you a hard time when you bring work home, so you're reluctant to take him up tonight. There's a quarterly meeting for the board of directors coming up, and you of all people have been bestowed the privilege of presenting. Yasha has actually offered to take you in and pay all your bills if you're interested in living off of him. And you're gonna take him up on his offer ASAP. Yeah, I don't want to be corpo. After an excruciating day at the office, you can't take his offer up any faster. A deck for the board. You actually put in your 2-week notice today and are looking forward to sharing the good news with Yasha at home. Looking at his text again. Of course. Be right there, my love.
Babe.
I love you. I love you too. It just takes a little time before the two of you get freaky in bed. Board presentations be damned. Yasha, I've asked you in every lifetime up until this point. Except the ones where one of us died. Or the ones where I killed you because you changed too much. Come again? But, forget about those ones for now. Will you marry me? Babe? Of course. I knew you'd say yes in this lifetime. Not like last time, no. He's doing that creepy grin again and muttering under his breath. But it's such a cute grin. Look at him. Let's have our happy ever after in this lifetime. You can tell he's crazy, but he's now you're crazy. He moves in with you and you end up kissing, hugging, and doing a lot more. Eventually he proposes and you guys go on to have a great life with kids and good relationships at work with people around you. He still gets the crazy eyes every now and then, but you manage to tame the beast, at least in this life. When you die, you meet at the line to drink the soup of oblivion and you both start running at the signal. Now both of you will never forget again. Ending 3, Bound by Fate, Bonnie and Clyde. Oh no! Alright, so far we've gotten 4 endings and we still have a couple to get. So let's load up an old save and we'll say, but we like working this time. You have your own career. Despite being a little miserable, you can see the efforts of your hard work pay off in real time. Like this board deck. Although it's extra work, it's an excellent opportunity for visibility within the senior leadership team and the board. Yasha seems willing to support your dreams, but he always emphasizes the need for drawing a line between work and not work. But to get truly ahead in life, it's hard to draw that line. Many try, but few succeed. Looking at his text again. I'm sorry, it's not a great time for me. I really need to nail this presentation. Is this for work again? Yeah, I'm sorry. Are you kidding me? I love you, but I really need to get this presentation in the bag. I'm coming over. What? I'll be working though. He stopped replying. You're a little puzzled at his overreaction. Why is he giving you such a hard time? You head home. Knock, knock, knock. Hey, is everything okay? You really need to stop doing that. Stop doing what? How many times do I need to tell you? Tell me what? You need to stop putting work first. Why do you keep rejecting me? Making me wait, rejecting my advances, putting others first. Making me crazy. Crazy. What are you talking about? I never rejected you. Why are you being like this? What's going on? After waiting so long, I can't put up with any more waiting. No rejection. No waiting. No work, no distractions. Just focus on me. Why can't you do the simple task? When I call, you answer. When I ask, you accept. I don't like this. When I order, you obey. No! Why can't you understand? Why can't you remember anything? How long are you gonna freaking make me wait until you accept me in full? I'm sorry I can't remember our past lives. I haven't rejected you. Stop yelling. You never remember anything, you freaking piece of shit. Hey, whoa, no, you cannot talk to me like that. The red string held taut between his hands, he lunges for you. Shit, run, run. By some miracle of reflexes and survival instinct, you dodge him. What the hell? You scream as you run out the front door, not giving a care for anything else. Not even looking back to check if he's chasing you. After sprinting at your top speed for several minutes, you somehow find yourself at the station. Panting, you slow down, stopping for just a moment to catch your breath. Where do you think you're going? How do you get here so quickly? You left before him. You thought that you ran straight here, though you didn't have a destination in mind for when you left. Your damn work commute led you here subconsciously. But somehow he still beat you to it. Stay away from me, you psycho! There's no one here but the two of us, my love. My love. This is it. There really is no one here except for the two of you. This is the moment of reckoning. How will you face him? Okay. Embrace him. You run up to him with your arms spread and just embrace him, fiercely with passion. For your own life's sake. Oh, I give up. I accept you.
What?
He freezes, seriously taken aback. Your sudden change of heart seems to be truly unexpected for him. I realize I can't get away from you. I don't love you now, I'm sure you know. He silently agrees with your confession. There's no way he hasn't picked up on the rejection up to now. But I can learn to love you. Please don't kill me. Please? You pitifully beg to be spared. The seconds drag on like minutes. You can barely hear anything over the sound of your own heartbeat. Then hesitantly, very hesitantly, he puts his arms around you as well.
My love.
Good. You're terrified of him. But you have no other choice to obey. No! Poor MC. You realize there's no escaping from him except by acceptance. Luckily, he treats you well, though he keeps you on a short leash and limits your time with friends and family. Monitoring your social media like a hawk apart from the forced romance with him all is good. Over time, you even start to feel genuine affection for him. Ending 5. Tight leash. No! Damn it! Try and see what happens when we let the timer run out. Panicked, you stumble back and knock the back of your head on the table. You panic and pass out. Your body spasms as you awaken to the painful sensation of a cord wrapped around your neck, pulling tighter and tighter and still tighter. You can't breathe. Sasha's strangling you with the red string. You're dying, your life is flashing before your eyes.
This could have gone so much more smoothly.
Okay, well you gotta calm the frick down.
We could have had some more fun stories to write. We met a little too late in this life, but it could have been fun, right? My love, how I hate you in some lives.
You can barely hear him. Your vision is warping. You can barely perceive colors and sounds.
We could have had everything together, but you just had to ruin it again!
Why are you yelling? Guess we'll just have to try this again. You can't hang on any longer. This is the end of the line for you. His laughter echoes in your ears until everything morphs to black. Ending 1. Sweet release. My god! Let's load up this bit, and this time we'll text Sage. And then we get the potion from Sage. Of course, I need to make sure I get the bottle of potion from him. And I can't help but worry about Sage. Man, why am I worried about him? I should be worried about myself. Hey. Hey. I've been thinking. Can I come over? Of course. After a little while, Sage shows up at your door. You both look cautiously from left to right, scanning for Yasha. Quickly, come in. Quickly, come in. You smile at him. You made it. Of course. He smiles back. Here's a soup of oblivion. You can just call it a potion if it's easier. Mix it into his drink and he should forget about you. We can sever the red string then. I got it. As I said, I've been thinking. You watch him somewhat expectantly. He seems more caring this time around. Is it all the cycles? You feel as if you've grown closer to him, though you've only met him a few times. Or have you? You watch as he hesitates for a moment, biting his lip. Then finally, having made up his mind, he begins to speak. Once you
sever the red string, your soul might take a shock. This is essentially severing your soulmates.
You nod in understanding, signaling him to go on.
You've been tethered to him for millennia, so you may or may not need someone in the meantime, before your soul can settle down.
He pauses and fidgets for a moment. Is he feeling shy?
If you need someone to tether to, after severing the connection, would you consider tethering to me?
I mean, you don't even have to ask. Here's the string. Take it. Tether us together. Connect our tips. Yes, please. Gently and slowly, the two of you move closer and closer to each other, until Sage is able to frame your face with his hands. The two of you share a sweet kiss, both long and short, fleeting like a butterfly landed on your lips, but heavy with the gravity of unspoken feeling between the two of you after multiple loops. I wish I could stay longer, but I should probably leave for now. Thank you for this. You gesture to the potion. Sage nods solemnly. I'll see if I can stick around the area for a while after you give it to him to make sure everything's safe.
I won't let anything happen to you. I promise.
He touches your nose and flashes a genuine loving smile, and he turns to the doorway to leave. Tired from everything that transpired during the day, you lay your head down to rest. From here, what if we run from the house? You can't stay here. Before your brain comprehends what's happening, your feet have already carried you out the door. Self won't be damned as long as he can't catch you. Okay, and then he shows up behind us. Push him off the station platform. You tussle with Yasha, trying to wrestle him towards the subway tracks. But Yasha is at least 40 pounds heavier than you, all muscle under that damn suit jacket. From the distance you hear a train rapidly approaching the sounding of the alarm, but it's coming too fast, your body is already half tilted off the platform. You're falling, and you're pretty sure you're about to die. But somehow, like a flash of lightning, a miracle, Sage appears.
Stop this at once! As an agent of the Goddess of Oblivion, Mung Po, I declare your crimes. Avoiding drinking the soup of oblivion 153 times. Killing your soulmates 43 times. Your sentence shall be 20,000 years in hell. You must drink the soup and re-enter the cycle of reincarnation.
You little shit. I can't believe the underworld still keeps you around.
We're just arguing now.
How long have you been chasing me? I should have killed you back in 1850.
You will not escape this time. Evil will never prevail. You will be no exception.
You really think you can kill me this time? After all the times you've failed.
Guys, settle down.
I know about your damn cycles. Lifetimes versus cycles. Let's see who wins.
I will exterminate your existence. For good.
Yasha dodges swiftly, showing off some pretty insane kung fu dodges. You're honestly a little taken aback. You had no idea he was so capable of something like that. But then again, you shouldn't be too surprised. Sage's blade of justice is too fast. More than anything, Yasha is unarmed save for the red string. Crap. Sage finally succeeds in cutting down Yasha with a few more swipes of his blade.
Are you alright? Not hurt anywhere? Bastard. I should have exterminated him centuries ago.
Using the sword, he channels his energy and the star-shaped scar on his forehead glows with sage-colored energy. And then he cuts the string.
I know it wasn't an easy decision, tethering to someone so soon, after severing the connection with another.
Now we get to connect our tips.
But thank you. I promise to love, cherish, and protect you forever, to the best of my ability.
Don't go sounding too much like Yasha now. I can take care of myself. Also, I'd like to say, if I wasn't just almost killed by a psycho stalker.
We will take care of each other.
He shuffles and grins, finally gently pressing his forehead against yours for a moment, enjoying the closeness. His forehead is a little sweaty, but he still smells good. Thank goodness. Must be that immortality giving him some charm bonuses.
If you want to help me, now, I actually have an idea.
Ending 10. Sage and you manage to defeat Yasha. Sage helps you perform the cutting of the red string and you two perform a tethering ceremony. Oh yeah, there's the missing CGs because they will be added soonish. You decide to assist Sage with his tasks among Po, which mostly consists of tracking down individuals who have avoided the soup of oblivion, and forcing them to drink the soup or get back in line via death. Over time you realize that you haven't aged, and have become a quasi-immortal like Sage. The two of you spend the rest of your immortal lives in love and bliss, and the occasional battle with evil reincarnators. Ending 10, Bound by Fate, a new soulmate. I like that one. That was my favorite so far. Alright, so this time I've started a new playthrough, and we actually have a confrontation between Sage and Yasha. To get here, I actually picked it to run from Yasha and block all of his messages, and we are now here. Plus he was there. I had to be careful. And you were right to be careful. I knew there was someone interfering. Thanks for leading me right to him. He smiles. It's grotesque. He doesn't even try to hide his insanity. I knew I could count on you, my love. Don't come any closer. Stop. Yasha swings his metal baseball bat at Sage repeatedly. Sage tries to resist, but ultimately isn't unable to unsheath his sword while shielding you with his body. Stop. Yasha! You can't help but wonder if you had been a little more careful to keep Yasha's guard down by being nicer, would this still have happened? Sage is dead. You're devastated by guilt. If you hadn't made Yasha so wary, would this still have happened? You almost feel like you were the one to bludgeon Sage to his death, even though you know you're not at fault. What happens next? You hear the screams and panic footsteps of witnesses in the distance as Sasha looms over you.
Now, where were we?
Ending 4. I'm so sorry, Sage. No, I got him killed! To not betray. Nice split infinitive. Do you really think I've not lived enough lifetimes to pick up on you ridiculing me for my grammar? Ridiculing you? You walk towards the counter, Yasha in tow. I think you just take things way too personally. Do you know how many languages I speak? I speak them all. All of them. The convenience store clerk starts scanning your items, silently giving Yasha the side-eye. You try not to react, but the edges of your lips curl up at the side of the clerk, also calling out Sasha's bullshit. I really don't give a crap about how many languages you speak. After paying for your items, you exit the convenience store. Yasha follows. Although you want to ignore him, he's not going away anytime soon. If you smoked, you'd love to pull out a cigarette and start smoking it to calm your nerves, like the cool protagonist of some gritty movie. But you don't. So you just settle for digging around in your plastic bag from the convenience store before finally deciding to speak. Sighing, you stare at him dead in the eyes. Yasha, I get the red string thing, I get the soulmate thing. But why are you stalking me? Isn't there a better way? You're just torturing the both of us like this. Then what would you have liked me to do? I'm sorry. I just couldn't. I couldn't find you. His expression is begging and pleading. He looks as if not able to find you was the end of the world for him. I haven't had much trouble in finding you in forever. Every single lifetime up until this one, as long as I followed the red string, I could find you. I would literally follow you to the ends of the earth. In fact, I did one time, back in the day. But as soon as I opened my eyes in this life, I knew something was wrong. The red string just sort of faded off after a certain point. Do you have any idea how terrified I was that I'd lost you forever? His eyes take on that crazy light again. Although you're morbidly curious, you suspect you let him ramble on for too long already. As usual, I worked on building up my wealth, my prestige. Preparing a house and home for you. For us. So you can imagine how much of a relief it was. When I finally started seeing the other end of the string again, it must have been after my accident. Yes, exactly. I looked it up. As you know, I don't feel comfortable unless I know everything about you in every lifetime. I'm so sorry you had to go through all that. The accident and the recovery. Especially without me. But I'm here for you now. And I'm ready to be with you. Forever. No thank you. I'm flattered by the offer, but I'm really not looking to decide my forever right this moment. He smacks. That's just like you. It's okay. I've been patient enough. I can wait. But I can't wait forever. I've already spent 30 years without you. You're 30. I stopped counting after I hit 3,000, but yes, in this life, this body is technically 30. You're quite young. You're old. What if I say you're too old for me in this lifetime? Oh? Should I kill you now and then kill myself so I'm younger than you in the next? What the hell? Please don't joke about that. You shift your feet uncomfortably. He's joking, right? Either way. I just want you to know.
Regardless of whatever you do, wherever you go, whoever you talk to, you are mine. And always will be.
Okay, nerd.
There is no such thing as escape.
Yes, there is. I've done it before.
You will be with me. In life or death.
Kick him.
I can make your life a living hell or a heaven on earth. It's up to you to decide which one. But you must make your mind up. Quickly. I tire of waiting.
Go away. I want to go home. I'm tired. You can't even remember how you got back. By the time you came to your senses, you're already brushing your teeth in preparation. What the hell was that? What is he demanding from you? What did he mean by no escape? And starting over? Was he being serious? What the hell did he mean by starting over? Is he gonna kill you if you take too long to decide whether you love him or not? But you just met a week ago. At least in this life. Crazy. You spit out the toothpaste foam and everything melts into grey as you mentally prepare yourself for work the next day. Another exhausting week. When was the last time you took PTO? I should have tried to finish my accident rehabilitation faster. After taking so much time off to recover from the accident and your month-long period of hospitalization, you feel guilty trying to submit time for a mental health day. You should never feel guilty for that. But I think I've seen this before, so I'm going to skip forward. And then Sage comes over, so we'll text him. And then he comes over and brings us the potion. And then he asks us to join, so I'm going to say yes. And then Yasha is upset and starts being unhinged, as per usual. Couldn't we just be friends? I don't want to be friends. I want to be lovers again, yesterday. We need to go back to the way things were. We need to make things right. That isn't the way that someone who loves another person would act. Shut up. I need to see you in person. Fine, I need you to come to your senses. Wait for me. Alright, stay calm. And we put the soup into his tea. Alright, so he drinks the soup, and he's very upset and chases us to the station. This time, let's see what happens if we embrace him again. You run up to him with your arms spread and just embrace him, fiercely with passion, for your own life's sake. I give up, I accept you. He freezes, seriously taken aback. This sudden change of heart seems to be truly unexpected for him. I realize I can't get away from you. I don't love you now, I'm sure you know. He silently agrees with your confession, but I can learn to love you. Please don't kill me, please. You pitifully beg to be spared. Seconds drag on like minutes. You can barely hear anything over the sound of your own heartbeat. Then hesitantly he puts his arms around you as well. Who are you? I'm nobody. His arms loosen around you and you take the opportunity to pull away from him. You got lost in the station. Bye now. He falls to his knees, mouth opening and closing like a goldfish. Deciding not to take the risk of stilling around any longer, you start walking for a bit before you break into another run. Ending 6. You'll never break the chain. Well, at least I got ending 6. What happens if we just say I'm? You look at this man. Now that he's lost his memories, he seems pitiful. Almost hollow. His eyes have lost their wily gleam, but in its place you see innocence. I'm your soulmate. You smile. It doesn't matter who this man is. He's yours now. Give him a new name. Yes. We shall call him Vex. Ending 7, a new beginning. This time, we'll grab anything that can be used as a weapon. There's a chance it's not him, but your sixth sense tells you it's his. There's a chance it's not him, but your sixth sense tells you it is. Finding no suitable weapons, perhaps not brave enough to grab a knife, you find yourself holding the red string. Holding it taut like a piano while you ready yourself. Jesus! He's here, but you're somewhat prepared. This time you're the one choking him. You successfully drain him of energy, but you realize you don't have the strength to keep the stranglehold on him like this. He seems to have some supernatural willpower, which won't allow him to pass out despite being almost completely out of oxygen. Feeling your arms fully snapped to power, you decide to make a run for it. Oh damn it, we run anyway? How are you still this fast? He tilts his head at an almost inhuman angle. And gives you the crazy eyes. Stay away from me, you psycho! There's no one here but the two of us, my love. And this time we push him. You tussle with Yasha, trying to wrestle him towards the edge of the platform. Although you're in no way a physical match for him, it seems you're strangling earlier with someone effective and tiring him out. In the distance, you both hear a train horn honking, approaching closer and closer at top speed. You need to do a lot of explaining to the cops, but from the CCTV footage and years of investigations and court hearings, they determine you are not in the wrong. You started an advocacy group for victims of stalking and left your mark in history as a humanitarian after this experience. Ending 9. Meh, he kinda deserved it. Oh! Alright, final ending. Push him off the platform. You tussle with Yasha, trying to wrestle him towards the subway tracks. But he's at least 40 pounds heavier than you and all muscle under that damn suit jacket. He still keeps his name from the previous life. From the distance, you hear a train rapidly approaching, sounding off the alarm. But it's coming too fast, your body half tilted off the platform. You're falling. Ending 12. You fall off the station platform and get hit by a train.
No! Damn. I guess I should probably jump off too, if I want us to start off around the same age.
Vex seems extremely upset and anguished, but you know he'll be fine at the end of the day. After all, he'll be seeing you again, in your next life. But as for you, this is where you return to the dust. At least in this form of your consciousness. We did it! Ending 12. Oops. And that's all the endings for Bound by Fate. I really like the concept of like the red string of fate and different lives and just like reincarnation. But I think this was a really cool twist on the whole genre itself, because it was like a Yandere chasing you through different lifetimes and essentially skipping reincarnation just to make sure he could still stay tethered to you. And I like the addition of Sage as well. My favorite ending was definitely 10, where you also got to become immortal and live out your life with Sage, and I loved it so much. But thank you so much for coming along on this adventure with me, everybody. If you guys like this video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one. And also, if you guys want to hang out outside of these videos, I stream on Twitch 3 times a week. Feel free to come over and hang out with me in the community. And also, if you want exclusive playthroughs, uncut spicy reactions, my spicy art, and previews of games that I'm making, Patreon is in the description box below. But that's all for now. Thank you so much again, and until next time, take care.